I lost 40 pounds of weight. But before that, I struggled with weight issues for several years. I tried eating healthy, exercising on the regular basis, and I did lose few pounds, but unfortunately, I will always gain all of them back. And now looking back, I realize a mistake that millions of people are making currently. I thought my weight problems were calorie related. Well, in fact, they weren't. My body was inflamed, my liver was fatty, my energy systems were broken, and I was trying to fix all of this by eating less and exercising harder. But in reality, that backfires. And that's the reason most people fail. Not because they are lazy, but because they are trying to lose weight from a body that is not metabolically healthy. Hi, I'm Dr. Anshul Gupta, a former Cleveland Clinic functional medicine physician from US. I help people improve their chronic diseases by making personalized functional medicine plans. Today I'm sharing with you 5 mistakes I wish I knew before I lost these 40 pounds and easy fixes for these mistakes that will help you in your weight loss journey. So let's get started. Let's talk about mistake number 1. Mistake number 1 was that I was ignoring the inflammation that was locking my fat cells. Now, nobody tells you that underlying chronic inflammation is a major reason that body cannot lose fat. We think having inflammation means that we will have joint pain or we will have swelling. Well, in reality, chronic underlying inflammation doesn't give symptoms a lot of times. And plus, blood work is also not able to catch this chronic inflammation. And that's the reason it goes undetected for a long time, like it happened in my case. Research shows that people who have high amount of inflammation in their body, they actually have more food cravings. And this chronic inflammation is not coming from outside your body. In fact, your own body cells are producing these inflammatory molecules. Well, this is what happens in your body. When the fat percentage in your body cells goes beyond 15%, then these fat cells actually start producing chemical mediators called cytokines. Specifically, TNF alpha and IL-6 are the two most common cytokines produced by these fat cells. Now, why this is important? Because these two chemical mediators makes your body cells more resistant to insulin. Now, what that means is that your pancreas have to produce extra amount of insulin. And when you have excessive amount of insulin running in your body, that sends signal to your liver to make more fat cells in your system. Plus, these two cytokines also interfere with your hunger hormones, the leptin and the ghrelin. And that's the reason people will have more food cravings and they are unable to lose weight. And unfortunately, when you are doing very low calorie diets or doing extreme high intensity workouts, that makes this inflammation worse in your body. But the good part is that if you do these 3 things that addresses this inflammation directly, the first thing is that you need to give up ultra processed food. All that fried food or processed food you are eating outside, you need to give up those because that is fueling your inflammation. The second thing you need to do is that you need to start including more omega-3s in your diet or taking it as a supplement. Omega-3s, specifically EPA and DHA, in research studies shows that they directly inhibit the TNF alpha and the IL-6 chemical mediators. But make sure you're taking EPA and DHA in the dose of 2 to 3 grams, then only they reduce these chemical mediators. The third thing you need to do is that you need to include more colorful vegetables. Try to eat at least 8 to 9 different colorful vegetables. Each and every color of this vegetable is an antioxidant that helps in reducing inflammation in your system. So the very first thing you need to know is that unless you address this underlying inflammation, your body is not going to lose weight. Now let's move on to the mistake number 2. Mistake number 2 is that I tried to lose my belly fat while my own liver cells were fatty. Now, this second mistake is very personal because when I was sick, I had fatty liver issues for several years and I never did anything to support my liver, and that's the reason I was not able to lose weight. Now, most people think the role of liver over here is only for detoxification. Well, you are wrong because the major role of liver is actually acting as a metabolic organ for your body. Because your liver plays a very significant role in regulating your blood sugars. It also helps in processing fat. It makes bile, which is responsible for not only digesting your fat but also assimilating this fat in your body. And when your liver cells are already overburdened with fat, then your liver is not working at an optimal level. And that slows down your metabolic machinery considerably. And the next issue is that most people don't even know that they have a fatty liver going on, because often it doesn't show up on the blood work, and unless you do liver scans or ultrasounds, you will never know that you have a fatty liver, which is slowing down your metabolic machinery and is the main reason of this belly fat. And the next line is very important for females, that your estrogen metabolism happens in your liver, and when your liver is not working, then you have excess estrogen living in your body, which again is responsible for pushing more fat inside your cells. Now, here's the two things that I did that helped my liver to function better and start burning my fat again. The first thing is that I started including cruciferous vegetables on the regular basis in my diet. Broccolis, cauliflowers, cabbages, and Brussels sprouts is what I included on the regular basis, which provided me with the sulforaphane compound. And in research studies, cruciferous vegetables have shown to improve the liver cells. The second thing I did was that I started including turmeric and ginger on the regular basis in my diet. In fact, I started taking a supplement of both of them. Again, the research studies are very clear. These two foods help support your fatty liver issues. And these are the two simple things I did to help support my liver. So specifically, if you're dealing with belly fat issues, then you already have fatty liver going on and you need to support your liver to burn that fat. Now let's talk about mistake number 3. And that was really a big eye opener, because I was eating so-called healthy foods that in fact was keeping me hungry all day long. So very early on in my fat loss journey, I already gave up the junk food. I was not drinking soda or eating sweets or desserts or donuts on the daily basis. And I was eating these so-called healthy foods which were interfering with my weight loss journey. What were those foods? These typical foods were like protein bars, flavored Greek yogurts, morning chia seed and smoothie bowls where I added a lot of fruits. I was using the wrong kind of protein powders to supplement my protein in my diet. Now, most of these foods have been told that they are healthy for you, and I believed the same. But when I looked into the research, I realized they have so much chemicals added to them. They have ultra processed ingredients. They have hidden sugars in them. Even when they are natural sugars, all of these will lead to insulin spikes. They will also make my body more resistant to insulin. And more importantly, they will make me hungry very quickly because they interfere with my hunger hormones. So if you're that person, you feel hungry very often and very quickly after eating your foods, then look at these list of so-called healthy foods and give them up completely. And for this, again, I just made these two changes. First of all, I made sure that each and every meal of mine is a protein-rich meal. And I'm talking about real proteins from real foods, not coming from protein bars or protein powders. The second thing I did was that I increased my fiber consumption in my diet. That means again eating non-starchy vegetables, adding a lot of chia seeds and flax seeds in my diet so I can get enough fiber in my diet. So make sure you don't fall for those gimmick healthy foods diets. Now let's talk about mistake number 4. I actually burned calories instead of building my metabolic engine. Now this mistake is about exercising. Specifically, as most of the people are doing high amount of cardio to burn calories to lose weight, and they're not paying any attention to build muscles in your body. Muscles again are an important metabolic machinery for your body. They literally will burn calories even when you're not doing any workouts. Cardio is great. It does keep your heart healthy as well as helps you in burn calories. But when you combine strength training with cardio, then you're taking your exercise routine to the next level. And this is what happened with me also. Initially, I would run on a treadmill for 30 to 40 minutes. I will definitely feel more energized throughout the day, but it was not helping me in losing the weight sustainable basis. And once I added a simple strength training routine in my regular exercise regimen, everything changed completely. So I was doing 20 minutes of cardio, and after that, for the next 15 minutes, I was was just doing very simple strength training. Now, this change still helped me to burn calories, but more importantly, it built that metabolic machinery of muscles. So, during the day, when I was not working out, I was still burning calories, and that helped my body to melt that stubborn belly fat, made my body more insulin sensitive, and made it very much easier for me to lose weight throughout the day, not just during the workout time. Now, let's move on to mistake number 5. Mistake number 5 was that I tried to force fat out of the body, which felt unsafe. Yes, this mistake is the most deepest one. What this means is that I had underlying stress going on in my body that I paid no attention to. And this stress was not work related or personal stress. This was the stress which my adrenals were feeling on the daily basis. And it was giving me subtle signs that my energy was not perfect. My sleep quality was not optimal. I will have frequent food cravings. Plus, I will have energy crashes in the afternoon time. And these were all signals that my adrenal glands were stressed out. Adrenal glands are your stress glands, which secretes cortisol, which is your anti-stress hormone. But because of the world we live in, constantly our body is feeling the stress, whether it is from your work, your personal relationships, or what is going on in the world around you. This is all directly affecting your adrenal glands. And these adrenal glands are constantly under the pressure to secrete more cortisol. Now, unfortunately, cortisol is an anti-insulin hormone that makes your body cells again more resistant to insulin, that in turn again asks your pancreas to produce more insulin on the regular basis. And that again is responsible for causing more fat gain, specifically around the belly area. And more importantly, these adrenal glands are the glands which make your body feel safe. And unless your body feels safe, it is not going to lose that fat on the regular basis. And this is where working on my adrenal glands was a big game changer. I just introduced 5 to 10 minutes of breathing and meditation exercises in the morning that rebalanced my cortisol and helped my adrenals to work better. And that helped my body to feel safe. My adrenal glands improved, and that actually significantly impacted my weight loss journey. So weight loss is not about restricting calories or burning more calories with intense workouts. It is a process where you work with your body by reducing inflammation, improving liver functioning, as well as rebalancing your hormones, so that way your body feels safe and the metabolic machinery which is not working currently in your body starts working, and then you are going to see amazing results of losing that fat on the sustainable basis. And I wished I knew these mistakes, which I made for several years. And I'm sure some of you are making these mistakes too, which have not helped you in the weight loss journey. And as soon as I removed these mistakes, I was able to lose 40 pounds. And the good part is that I have been able to keep it away from my body on the long-term basis. Now, the next question you might be thinking, what is the exact protocol that I was following that helped me in the weight loss journey? So that video is upcoming in the next few weeks of my exact protocol that helped me to lose those 40 pounds and how you can follow it so you can achieve similar results as mine. So make sure you like and subscribe to my channel so you keep on getting this information in the future, and don't miss that upcoming video that is going to give you the exact protocol to lose that stubborn belly fat. I hope you like this video and share it with others who might benefit from it. Until next time, take care. Bye-bye.